United Kingdom, an island of history, culture, and natural beauty. From rugged peaks to tranquil lakes, nature reigns supreme. The UK boasts astonishing biodiversity. From lush forests to windswept cliffs, each habitat supports unique life. Every UK habitat teems with life. Birds sing, squirrels play, and rivers shimmer with fish. The UK's wildlife is a national treasure. Join us to cherish and protect our natural heritage. Our journey begins in ancient woodlands. These forests are complex ecosystems teeming with life. The woodland is alive with sound. Birds sing, leaves rustle, and streams murmur. Iconic oak trees shelter and sustain wildlife. Beech, ash, and hazel trees also thrive here. The woodland ecosystem is a delicate balance. Every creature from earthworms to foxes plays a vital role. Red squirrels fight for survival against gray squirrels. Conservation efforts aim to protect these native creatures. Our journey takes us to the dramatic coastal cliffs. Here, seabirds nest and wildflowers cling to the rock. Atlantic puffins captivate with their resilience. They soar, dive, and raise their young on coastal cliffs. Down on the rocky shores below the cliffs, another charismatic creature commands attention, the gray seal. Sleek and powerful, these marine mammals are a common sight along the UK's coastline, their playful antics and haunting calls adding to the symphony of the sea. On land, gray seals appear cumbersome, their blubbery bodies seemingly ill-suited for anything other than basking in the sun. But once in the water, they transform into graceful acrobats, gliding effortlessly through the waves with a sinuous grace that belies their size. They are opportunistic feeders, diving deep to hunt for fish, squid, and crustaceans. Their large, dark eyes, perfectly adapted for low-light conditions, scan the depths for unsuspecting prey. And with a sudden burst of speed, they lunge, their powerful jaws snapping shut with astonishing force. Gray seals are social animals, often gathering in large groups called hauled out on beaches and rocky outcrops. Here, they socialize, mate, and give birth to their pups, the air filled with their snorts, barks, and growls. Witnessing a colony of seals in their natural habitat is an unforgettable experience, a reminder of the wild beauty that exists just beyond the water's edge, beyond. The sounds of the coast are as varied and vibrant as the creatures that inhabit it. The constant roar of the waves crashing against the shore provides a dramatic backdrop to the symphony of life that unfolds along the water's edge. Overhead, the air is filled with the cries of seabirds, gulls with their raucous calls, circle constantly, their keen eyes searching for scraps of food. Oyster catchers, their bright orange beaks, a flash of color, patrol the shoreline, their distinctive piping calls echoing across the rocks. Further out to sea, the haunting cries of gannets pierce the air as these large seabirds plummet from the sky, their bodies piercing the water surface with a resounding splash as they dive in pursuit of fish. Their aerial acrobatics are a sight to behold, a testament to the power and precision of nature's design. Even the rocks themselves seem to hum with life. The rhythmic crashing of waves creates a constant percussion, while the wind, whistling through crevices and caves, adds an eerie, almost musical quality to the soundscape. At night, the chorus changes, the cries of nocturnal seabirds replacing the daytime symphony, a reminder that life along the coast never sleeps. Section 5. Guardians of the Coast. The cliffs and shores of the UK are not just home to a remarkable diversity of wildlife. They are also vital ecosystems, providing essential habitat and playing a crucial role in maintaining the health of our planet. The cliffs themselves act as natural sea defenses, protecting inland areas from the full force of storms and erosion. The vegetation that clings to their slopes helps stabilize the soil, preventing landslides and reducing the impact of heavy rainfall. The intertidal zone, the area of coastline that is submerged at high tide and exposed at low tide, is a particularly rich and diverse habitat. Rock pools, teeming with life, provide a temporary home for a myriad of creatures, from starfish and anemones to crabs and small fish. The beaches too play a vital role in the coastal ecosystem. They act as natural buffers, absorbing the energy of waves and protecting inland areas from flooding. They are also important nesting sites for seabirds, such as ringed plovers and little terns, which lay their eggs directly on the sand. Protecting these coastal habitats is essential, not just for the wildlife that depends on them, but for the health of our planet as a whole. By reducing pollution, mitigating climate change, and promoting sustainable fishing practices, we can help to ensure that these wild and wonderful places continue to thrive for generations to come. Section 1, where green meets gold. Our journey through the UK's wild heart now leads us away from the dramatic coastlines, inland towards gentler landscapes. Here, rolling meadows and farmlands stretch as far as the eye can see, a patchwork of emerald green and golden yellow beneath the vast sky. This is a landscape shaped by centuries of human interaction with nature, where fields meet hedgerows and ancient woodlands border pastures grazed by livestock. The air, no longer carrying the salty tang of the sea, is sweet with the scent of wildflowers and freshly cut hay. Butterflies dance on the breeze, their wings like stained glass against the backdrop of green. Bees hum industriously amongst the wildflowers, their diligent work a vital part of this intricate ecosystem. This is a place where time seems to move at a slower pace, dictated by the rhythms of the seasons and the cycles of nature. Despite its seemingly tranquil facade, this landscape thrums with life. Beneath the long grasses and wildflowers, a hidden world teems with activity. Insects scuttle through the undergrowth, their tiny legs carrying them on journeys of vital importance. Birdsong fills the air, a chorus of trills, chirps, and whistles that speaks of territories claimed and nests carefully built. As you wander through these peaceful meadows, take a moment to appreciate the subtle beauty that surrounds you. Watch as a skylark ascends, its song a cascade of notes that seems to fall from the heavens. Observe the intricate patterns of a spider's web, glistening with morning dew. These small wonders, often overlooked, are a testament to the intricate beauty of the natural world, even in its most commonplace forms. Section 2. Lords of the Meadows. Standing proud against the backdrop of green and gold, the red deer is a majestic sight. The UK's largest land mammal, it moves with a grace and power that commands attention. The males, with their impressive antlers, each point a testament to years of growth and survival, are particularly striking. During the autumn rut, their guttural roars echo across the valleys, a primal sound that speaks of ancient rituals and the raw power of nature. But it is not just the stags that capture the imagination. The females, known as hinds, are equally impressive, their sleek forms and gentle nature belying a fierce protectiveness of their young. Watch as a hind leads her fawn through the long grass, its dappled coat providing camouflage in the dappled sunlight. These are moments of quiet beauty, a glimpse into the intimate lives of these wild creatures. Red deer are a keystone species, their presence shaping the very landscape they inhabit. Their grazing habits influence the growth of vegetation, creating a mosaic of habitats that benefits a wide range of other species. From the wildflowers that bloom in their wake to the insects that thrive in the dung they leave behind, the presence of red deer ripples outwards, affecting the entire ecosystem. These magnificent creatures are a symbol of the wild beauty that still exists within the UK's borders. To witness a herd of red deer moving across a meadow, their coats glowing in the golden light of sunset, is to be reminded of the power and majesty of the natural world and the importance of preserving these wild spaces for generations to come. While the red deer may dominate the meadows with their size and presence, a closer look reveals a world teeming with life on a much smaller scale. This is the miniature metropolis of the insect world, a bustling community of creatures that play a vital role in the health of the ecosystem. Butterflies, their wings, like stained glass windows, flit from flower to flower, their long tongues probing for nectar. Each species, from the common blue to the majestic swallowtail, has its own unique flight pattern and preferred food source, adding to the intricate tapestry of life in the meadow. Bees, those tireless workers, buzz from blossom to blossom, their furry bodies covered in pollen as they carry out the vital task of pollination. Look closer still, and you'll see the ants, their colonies a marvel of organization and efficiency, their trails crisscrossing the ground like miniature highways. Grasshoppers, their long legs built for leaping spring through the undergrowth, they're chirping a constant soundtrack to the meadow's symphony. And ladybirds, those welcome visitors to any garden, feast on aphids, helping to keep these garden pests in check. This miniature world, often overlooked, is a vital part of the larger ecosystem. Insects pollinate plants, decompose organic matter, and provide a vital food source for a wide range of other creatures. Without them, the meadows would be a far less vibrant and productive place. As dusk descends and the sun begins its slow descent towards the horizon, casting long shadows across the meadows, a different cast of characters takes to the stage. This is the time of the nocturnal animals, creatures that thrive in the cool, dark hours when the world is quiet and their senses are at their sharpest. Hedgehogs, those prickly yet endearing creatures, emerge from their daytime hiding places, their snuffling snouts probing the undergrowth in search of insects, slugs, and worms. These shy creatures are a welcome sight in any garden, their presence a sign of a healthy ecosystem. Bats, their wings like whispers in the darkness, take to the air, their echolocation calls guiding them as they hunt for moths and other flying insects. Foxes, their bushy tails trailing behind them like wisps of smoke, stalk through the long grass, their keen noses sniffing out voles and other small mammals. And owls, those silent predators of the night, perch on fence posts and tree branches, their large eyes scanning the ground for the slightest movement that might betray the presence of prey. The night brings with it a sense of mystery and intrigue, a reminder that the natural world never sleeps, but simply shifts and changes with the passing hours. These nocturnal creatures, often unseen and unheard, play a vital role in the balance of nature, their presence a testament to the adaptability and resilience of life in all its forms. Our journey through the UK's Wild Heart now leads us to a place of serenity and tranquility, the freshwater habitats and wetlands that thread their way through the landscape like veins of liquid silver. Here, amidst the reeds and rushes, beneath the dappled shade of willow trees, a hidden world teems with life as diverse and captivating as any found on land. The air, heavy with the scent of water, mint, and damp earth, hangs still and quiet, broken only by the gentle rustling of reeds in the breeze. Dragonflies, their wings like stained glass, dance and dart over the water's surface, their iridescent bodies catching the light with every movement. Water lilies, their pristine white blooms, a stark contrast to the surrounding greenery, float serenely on the surface, their pads providing a resting place for basking frogs and dragonflies seeking a moment's respite. These freshwater habitats, from slow-moving rivers and streams to tranquil lakes and ponds, are havens of biodiversity, supporting a wealth of plant and animal life. They are vital components of the larger ecosystem, filtering and purifying water, regulating water flow, and providing essential habitat for a vast array of species. Step carefully along the water's edge, and you might catch a glimpse of a water vole, its small, furry body disappearing into a burrow amongst the bankside vegetation. Watch as a moorhen, its bright red beak and legs a flash of color, guides its fluffy chicks through the reeds, their tiny peeps barely audible above the gentle lapping of water against the shore. These are moments of quiet wonder, a testament to the beauty and fragility of life in these precious freshwater ecosystems. Among the most charismatic inhabitants of these watery realms is the otter, a creature whose playful antics and sleek, sinuous movements have captivated imaginations for centuries. To catch a glimpse of an otter in the wild is a rare and special privilege, a reminder of the wild beauty that still exists in the heart of the UK. Watch as an otter, its sleek brown body a blur of motion, torpedoes through the water, its powerful tail propelling it effortlessly through the current. Its whiskers, highly sensitive to vibrations, twitch as it searches for prey. Fish, eels, crustaceans, anything it can catch with its lightning-fast reflexes. Otters are highly adaptable creatures, equally at home on land as they are in the water. They will often leave the water to travel between stretches of river or to hunt for prey along the banks. Their tracks a telltale sign of their presence. Look out for their spraints, droppings deposited on prominent rocks and logs, a pungent but surefire way to know that otters are active in the area. These elusive creatures are a keystone species, their presence an indicator of a healthy ecosystem. Their playful nature, often seen frolicking with each other or sliding down muddy banks into the water, belies their important role in maintaining the balance of these freshwater habitats. Their presence is a reminder that we must protect and preserve these precious ecosystems, not just for the otters, but for all the creatures that call them home. The skies above these tranquil waters are often graced by the presence of herons, their long legs and necks, and their dagger-like beaks, making them instantly recognizable. These patient hunters stand motionless at the water's edge, their keen eyesight scanning the shallows for the slightest movement that might betray the presence of a fish or frog. With a sudden, lightning-fast strike, the heron plunges its beak into the water, spearing its prey with deadly accuracy. It then tosses its catch into the air, catching it deftly in its beak before swallowing it whole. Herons are a familiar sight along the banks of rivers, lakes, and canals, their presence adding a touch of prehistoric grandeur to these watery landscapes. In contrast to the heron's patient stillness, swallows and martins fill the skies above the water with their acrobatic displays. These aerial masters, their wings seeming to defy gravity as they twist and turn in pursuit of flying insects, are a joy to watch. Their arrival in the UK, heralding the start of spring, is a welcome sight. Their cheerful twittering, a constant soundtrack to sunny days spent by the water. These birds, both hunters in their own right, demonstrate the interconnectedness of these ecosystems. The herons, dependent on healthy fish populations, and the swallows and martins, relying on an abundance of flying insects, are indicators of a thriving and balanced ecosystem, a testament to the delicate web of life that connects all creatures, from the smallest insect to the largest bird. The sounds of the freshwater habitats and wetlands are as diverse and captivating as the creatures that inhabit them. The gentle lapping of water against the shore, the rustling of reeds in the breeze, the croaking of frogs, and the chirping of crickets create a symphony of sound that washes over you, calming the mind and soothing the soul. Listen closely, and you might hear the splash of a diving kingfisher, its bright blue plumage, a flash of color against the green backdrop. The high-pitched call of a moor hen, warning its chicks of potential danger, cuts through the air, a sharp contrast to the gentle cooing of wood pigeons in the nearby trees. As dusk descends and the light begins to fade, the soundscape shifts once more. The nocturnal world awakens, and the chorus of frogs and toads reaches its crescendo. Their calls, a mix of croaks, ribbits, and trills, are a vital part of their mating rituals, filling the night air with a symphony of sound that speaks of life, renewal, and the enduring power of nature. These sounds, often overlooked in our busy lives, are a reminder of the beauty and tranquility that can be found in the most unexpected of places. Take a moment to immerse yourself in the symphony of the wetlands and let the gentle rhythms of nature soothe your soul. Our journey culminates in the northern reaches of the UK, where the land takes on a stark and rugged beauty. This is the realm of the Scottish Highlands and Moorlands, a vast expanse of mountains, valleys, and windswept plateaus where nature reigns supreme. Here, granite peaks pierce the sky, their slopes cloaked in a tapestry of heather, moss, and lichen, painted in hues of purple, green, and gray. The air, crisp and clean, carries the scent of peat smoke and wild thyme, a reminder of the untamed nature of this ancient landscape. The silence, broken only by the cry of a soaring bird or the bleating of sheep in the distance, is profound, a testament to the remoteness and tranquility of this wild place. These uplands, sculpted by millennia of glacial activity and shaped by the harsh realities of a challenging climate, are home to a unique array of flora and fauna, creatures that have adapted to thrive in this demanding environment. Life here is a constant battle against the elements, a test of endurance and resilience that only the toughest can survive. As you traverse these wild and wonderful landscapes, be it on foot, by bicycle, or by car, take a moment to appreciate the sheer scale and grandeur of this ancient land. Feel the wind in your hair, taste the rain on your lips, and let the beauty of the highlands and moorlands seep into your soul. High above the rugged peaks and windswept valleys, a majestic predator soars, its keen eyes scanning the landscape below. This is the golden eagle, the UK's largest bird of prey, a creature whose power and grace have captivated imaginations for centuries. With a wingspan that can reach over 2 meters, it commands the skies, its presence a symbol of the wild freedom that defines this untamed land. Watch as it circles effortlessly on the thermals, its golden brown plumage catching the light with every turn. Its powerful talons, capable of crushing bone, are held ready, a constant reminder of its position at the top of the food chain. This is a hunter without equal, its very presence striking fear into the hearts of rabbits, hares, and even young deer. To witness a golden eagle in flight is a truly awe-inspiring experience, a glimpse into the raw power and majesty of nature. It is a reminder that even in the 21st century, there are still places where wild creatures reign supreme, their lives untouched by the hand of man. But the golden eagle, like many other species in the UK, faces an uncertain future. Habitat loss, persecution, and the impact of climate change all pose threats to its long-term survival. It is up to us, as stewards of this planet, to ensure that these magnificent creatures continue to grace our skies for generations to come. Life on the highlands and moorlands is a constant battle against the elements. The thin air, the harsh winds, and the extremes of temperature, scorching sun in the summer, biting frosts in the winter, all take their toll. Yet, despite these challenges, life finds a way, adapting and evolving to thrive in this unforgiving environment. Consider the red grouse, a bird found only in the UK and Ireland, and a true icon of the moorlands. Its plumage, a mottled brown and grey, provides perfect camouflage amongst the heather and bracken, making it almost invisible to predators. Its diet, consisting mainly of heather shoots, is perfectly adapted to the limited food sources available in this harsh environment. Then there's the mountain hare, its coat turning white in the winter months to provide camouflage against the snow. Its large feet, covered in fur, act like snowshoes, allowing it to move easily over the often treacherous terrain. These adaptations, honed over millennia, are a testament to the power of natural selection, the driving force behind the incredible diversity of life on Earth. Even the plants that grow on the highlands and moorlands have adapted to survive the harsh conditions. Heather, with its tough wiry stems and tiny water-retaining leaves, can withstand the strongest winds and the most prolonged droughts. Mosses and lichens, pioneers of the plant world, can colonize even the barest rock. Their slow growth and ability to survive on minimal nutrients, making them perfectly suited to this challenging environment. As you stand amidst the vastness of the highlands and moorlands, it's easy to imagine a time when these landscapes were even wilder, home to creatures long since vanished from the UK. The ghosts of wolves and lynx, hunted to extinction centuries ago, still seem to linger in the shadows, a reminder of a time when nature's balance was very different. But while these large predators may be gone, their legacy lives on in the shape of the landscape and the behavior of the creatures that still call these wild places home. The red deer, once preyed upon by wolves, still retain their instinctual wariness, their senses attuned to the slightest sign of danger. The golden eagle, once a competitor with the lynx for prey, still patrols the skies, its presence a reminder of the power of nature's cycle of life and death. The highlands and moorlands are a living testament to the enduring power of the natural world, a place where the echoes of a wilder past still resonate in the present. They are a reminder that we are but custodians of this planet, tasked with protecting and preserving its wild beauty for future generations. As our journey through the wild heart of the UK draws to a close, let us carry with us the lessons we have learned. The importance of respecting nature, the interconnectedness of all living things, and the need to protect and preserve our planet's precious biodiversity. As our journey through the UK's wild heart draws to a close, we're left with a profound sense of awe and wonder. From the ancient woodlands, with their towering trees and symphony of birdsong, to the rugged coastlines, teeming with seabirds and marine mammals, and the tranquil freshwater habitats where otters frolic and dragonflies dance, the UK's natural heritage is a tapestry of extraordinary beauty and diversity. We've witnessed the resilience of nature, its ability to thrive in even the most challenging of environments, from the windswept moorlands of Scotland to the bustling hedgerows of the English countryside. We've encountered creatures great and small, each playing their part in the delicate balance of their respective ecosystems, from the majestic red deer to the humble earthworm. This journey has been a celebration of the wild heart of the UK, a reminder that even in a densely populated island nation, nature still finds a way to flourish. It's a testament to the power of conservation efforts, the dedication of individuals and organizations working tirelessly to protect and preserve these precious habitats for future generations, but it's also a call to action. The UK's wildlife, like all life on Earth, faces unprecedented challenges in the 21st century. Habitat loss, climate change, pollution, and invasive species all threaten the delicate balance of these ecosystems. Throughout our exploration, we've seen firsthand the interconnectedness of all living things. The fate of the red squirrel is intertwined with that of the gray squirrel. The health of our rivers and lakes depends on the insects that inhabit them, and the survival of the golden eagle relies on the delicate balance of the moorland ecosystem. The web of life is intricate and complex, each species reliant on countless others, often in ways we are only just beginning to understand. The loss of even a single species can have far-reaching consequences, disrupting the delicate balance of nature and jeopardizing the health of entire ecosystems. The UK's natural heritage is not just a collection of isolated habitats and species. It's a living, breathing system, its parts interconnected and interdependent. What happens in one part of this system inevitably affects the whole. Pollution in our rivers impacts the fish that swim in them, the birds that feed on them, and ultimately the health of our oceans. Understanding these connections is crucial if we are to protect and preserve the UK's wildlife for generations to come. We must move beyond a species-by-species approach to conservation and embrace a more holistic view, one that recognizes the interdependence of all living things and the need to protect entire ecosystems. The future of the UK's wild heart lies in our hands. As inhabitants of this island nation, we have a collective responsibility to be stewards of its natural heritage, to protect and preserve its beauty and diversity for generations to come. This responsibility falls not just on conservationists and policymakers, but on each and every one of us. There are many ways we can all make a difference. Supporting conservation organizations, both financially and through volunteering, is crucial. Making informed choices as consumers, opting for sustainably sourced products and reducing our carbon footprint can have a significant impact. Educating ourselves and future generations about the importance of biodiversity, the threats facing our wildlife, and the steps we can take to protect them is paramount. We must foster a sense of wonder and appreciation for nature in our children, inspiring them to become the next generation of conservationists and stewards of our planet. Protecting the UK's wild heart is not just about preserving the past, it's about safeguarding the future. It's about ensuring that future generations have the opportunity to experience the same awe and wonder that we have felt while exploring these incredible landscapes and encountering their remarkable inhabitants. As we bid farewell to the wild heart of the UK, let us do so with a renewed sense of purpose and a commitment to action. Let us cherish the memories we have made, the sights we have witnessed, and the sounds we have heard. Let the beauty of ancient woodlands, the drama of rugged coastlines, the tranquility of freshwater habitats, and the wildness of the highlands and moorlands stay with us, a source of inspiration and a reminder of what we stand to lose. The UK's natural heritage is a legacy passed down from countless generations, a testament to the enduring power of nature. and the importance of preserving wild spaces. It is a legacy that we are duty-bound to protect and pass on to those who come after us. Let us work together to ensure that the wild heart of the UK continues to beat strong, a source of wonder, inspiration, and hope for generations to come. Let us leave a legacy of stewardship and conservation so that our children and their children's children can experience the same joy and awe that we have felt while exploring this remarkable island.